Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome back. Boy, it is really good to be back with you. Had my very first round with strep throat. I hope that's my very last round with strep throat. And then to compound that, I caught some kind of respiratory infection. And wow, you talk about knocking me down. I couldn't even talk, 20 seconds without just going into complete coughing spasms. And just, boy, I spent about 4.5 days on the couch, curled up in a fetal position, hoping the world would go away. I still have just, pardon me, I still have just a little bit of residual cough from that. I mean, it just refuses to let go. But anyway, it is great to be back with you. And thank you so very, very much for all of you who posted comments and prayers, concern on my Facebook page. It's just wonderful. It's just really, really wonderful. Appreciate that so very, very much. Okay, ready to get back to it? Ready to continue our study of the parables of Jesus, and specifically the eschatology of the parables of Jesus. In our first two installments, and boy, that seemed like a long time ago, we looked at a little bit of introductory remark. Now, I want to pick up just a little bit to remind you and to refresh our memories about the fact that when Jesus was asked by his apostles, why do you speak to them, that is the audience, in parables? Jesus said something that is absolutely remarkable. He said, let me read it here. I speak to them in parables because seeing they do not see, hearing they do not hear, nor do they understand. And in them the prophecy of Isaiah is fulfilled. Now look, you just really, really, really got to catch the power of this. He quotes from Isaiah chapter 6, 9 and following. The historical context of Isaiah 6, 9 and following is that Israel, the 10 northern tribes, had apostatized. Yahweh was sending his prophets to them, attempting to get them to repent and return to him. They refused. They refused the voice. They refused the message of the prophets. And the Lord sent Isaiah to cry out against them because of their rebellion, because of their hard-headedness, because of their refusal to see, their refusal to hear, and their refusal to repent. And here's what I want you to catch. In sending Isaiah to Israel, Isaiah cried out and said, Lord, how long? How long do I preach to this hard-headed, blind, deaf people, and yet they will not hear? How long do I have to preach? And the Lord said, until the cities lie desolate. In other words, this message of they've closed their eyes, they've closed their ears, was a final warning shot to Israel, warning them of impending judgment. Now, here is something incredible. Jesus, at the very beginning of his teaching ministry in Matthew chapter 13, of course, he had taught earlier, but now he begins this parabolic aspect of his teaching. Jesus initiates this teaching based on Isaiah. What does that say? It says judgment was coming. Now catch this. Paul, commissioned by Jesus, is in Rome. He calls the leaders of Israel together. He preaches to them about the kingdom of heaven. Some believed, some didn't. And Paul said, well, did Isaiah speak of you? And he quotes Isaiah chapter 6, 9 and following. What? So here is Jesus at the beginning of his ministry, parabolic ministry. He quotes from Isaiah 6, 9 and following, which was a shot across the bow of Israel saying, because of your blindness, because of your refusal to hear, judgment is coming. Here is Paul writing later in that very generation, as he is now in Rome, the uttermost parts of the world, speaking to the leaders of Israel who are refusing the message, i.e., just like Matthew 13, and Paul quotes the same identical text from Isaiah. Isaiah's message was, you have closed your eyes, you have closed your ears, judgment is coming. At the beginning of his parabolic ministry, Jesus quotes Isaiah, which said to Israel, judgment is coming. Paul, at the close of his ministry, at the completion of his ministry, quotes Isaiah chapter 6, which meant judgment is now imminent. Do you see how Jesus' use of Isaiah in the beginning of his parabolic ministry is so powerful and gives us insight into his continual ministry of telling parables that contain the message of judgment? Wow. Hey, don't forget, I have 2 different presentations or series on the parables. The 2006 Preterist Pilgrim Weekend, which was the eschatology of the parables of Jesus, some great, great lessons, and my own 32-week presentation, class period, on the parables of Jesus. There's some wonderful material on here. Go to my website, eschatology.org, bibleprophecy.com, order either one or both, and I'll refund your shipping if you mention that you saw the offer on YouTube or Facebook. Hey, thanks so much for being with me, back with me, or with me being back. Great to be back. We'll see you on the flip side.